Here are 50 top shelf hockey facts. The first hockey puck was flat, square, and made of wood. It was created by James Creighton of Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, who was considered one of the founding fathers of hockey. He created the hockey puck for the first organized game of ice hockey in 1875. There are actually 3 Hockey Hall of Fames. The Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, that houses the Stanley Cup, the United States Hockey Hall of Fame in Eveleth, Minnesota, and the original Hockey Hall of Fame, founded in Kingston, Ontario in 1943. In 1974, the Pittsburgh Penguins' Andy Brown became the last goalie to play a game without a mask. The Stanley Cup was named after Canadian Governor General Lord Stanley of Preston. Governor General Lord Stanley of Preston donated the trophy, which was only 7 inches at the time of donation. There is a total of 12 women who have their name engraved on the Stanley Cup trophy. They were owners and executives. In 1971, Bobby Orr became the first player with a $1 million contract when the Boston Bruins agreed to a 5-year contract of $200,000 each year. Phil Esposito of the Boston Bruins was the first player in the NHL to record 100 points in a single season. He achieved this in 1969. Philadelphia Flyers goalie Ron Hextall was the first goaltender to score a goal on the opposing team's net. The tallest player in NHL history is Zdeno Chara. He has scored more than 500 career points, has played in more than 1,000 games. He is 6 feet 9 inches tall, which is almost 7 feet tall when he's wearing skates. The NHL's shortest player was Roy Waters, who was only 5 feet 3 inches tall. He played a total of 484 games for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Montreal Canadiens, and the New York Americans as a goaltender. So we all know that Wayne Gretzky is the all-time leading scorer in the NHL, but did you also know that he would hold this record even if he never scored a goal? Even without a goal scoring, he has so many assists that he would still be the NHL's all-time leading point scorer. Bobby Hull reportedly holds the record for the fastest slap shot ever at 118 miles per hour. The player with the most penalty minutes in the NHL history is Dave Tiger Williams of Canada, with 3,971 penalty minutes amassed in 962 games in 17 seasons. The last player in the NHL to play without a helmet was Craig MacTavish, who retired in 1997. Wayne Gretzky holds 61 NHL records, by far the most of any player. Darryl Sitter holds the NHL record for the most points in a single game, with 10. He scored 5 goals and had 5 assists on February 6, 1976, with his team, the Maple Leafs, against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Wayne Gretzky hit 1,000 points the fastest. On December 19, 1984, while playing just his 424th career game, Wayne Gretzky had 2 goals and 4 assists to become the fastest player in NHL history to reach 1,000 career points. Maurice Richard was the first to score 50-plus goals in a season. In 1991, the NHL's first ever outdoor game was held in Las Vegas, Nevada. During the third period, there was a grasshopper invasion. Hundreds of the bugs were hopping along on the ice, and players said that there was a black swarm on the ice during the last 5 minutes of the game. Doctors in British Columbia are banned from talking about hockey during surgery. Only in 1997 was a rule passed that all hockey players in the NHL were required to wear helmets. The 1979 NHL Draft were the first group of players who had to wear a protective helmet. After the Toronto Maple Leafs won the Stanley Cup in 1962, they accidentally threw the cup into a celebratory bonfire and had to pay a hefty amount to repair the damages. Teams from Michigan have actually won the most non-adult USA Hockey National Championships, with 167 as of 2021. The Stanley Cup has many misspellings on it, actually. There are misspellings of both player and team names on the mug, like the 1972 Bruins, who were called the BQSTQ Bruins, or when goalie Jacques Plante was on 5 consecutive Stanley Cup winning teams, yet his name was reportedly spelled different all 5 times. During Ovechkin's first ever round of golf at a charity tournament, Ovechkin hit a hole-in-one. Manon Rome is a retired Canadian ice hockey goaltender. She is an Olympic silver medalist, and she achieved a number of historic firsts during her career, including becoming the first woman to play in any of the major North American pro sports leagues when she suited up for the Lightning. In 1363, King Edward III of England actually banned hockey and several other games because he thought they were a waste of time. He wanted more of his citizens to learn archery instead. The Zamboni was named after Frank Zamboni. He invented the machine in 1949. Prior to the 1960s, hockey sticks were all straight. Stan Mikita, a Chicago Blackhawks Hall of Famer, is credited with introducing the curve to the stick in the 1960s. Stan Mikita's Donuts, as featured in Wayne's World, does not actually exist. The longest serving captain in NHL history was Steve Yzerman. He served for 20 seasons. An average professional hockey player during an average game can lose as much as 5 to 8 pounds, mostly water. The decision to install higher plexiglass panels in all hockey arenas was taken after a player-spectator brawl in 1979. After a 4-3 victory over the New York Rangers, Mike Milbury of the Boston Bruins jumped over the glass, tore off a boisterous spectator's shoe, and proceeded to beat him with it. So, nowadays we have higher plexiglass, so that won't happen. During his NHL playing days, Jerome McGinley had donated $2,000 to the children's charity Kids Sport for every goal he scored. Since 2000, he had donated more than $700,000 to the charity. The Slovakian women's hockey team qualified for the 2010 Olympics by beating Bulgaria 82-0. But then they later lost to Team Canada in Vancouver 18-0. In USSR, bears were trained and forced to play ice hockey as a part of a circus performance. Okay, future hockey parents, listen up to this one. Due to the maturational advantage and development of ice hockey players born in the first quarter of the year, they enjoy a much more easier passage into the NHL. They go more than 40 slots earlier in the draft compared to those born in the third and fourth quarters of the year. The Buffalo Sabres hold the title of being the only team to have killed an animal, a bat, during an NHL game in 1974. Mark Messier has taken the Stanley Cup to a strip joint twice. At the age of 6, Wayne Gretzky played in 10-year-old leagues. The sweaters that were given to him were way too large, and the way he managed this was by tucking his sweater into the pants on his right side, and he continued doing this throughout his NHL career. Two of the greatest hockey players of all time, Mario Lemieux and Patrick Roy, were born on the same day and only 200 kilometers apart. The University of Michigan holds the most NCAA Division I national championships in hockey. They have 9 national championships. Canada, as you might have guessed, has the most Olympic gold medals in hockey at 9. Goalies cannot carry or even touch the puck on the opposite side of the center line. The diameter of a hockey puck is 3 inches. Regulation hockey nets are 6 feet wide and 4 feet tall. Women's hockey was added to the Winter Olympics for the first time in the 1998 Olympic Games in Nagano, Japan, and the United States won the first gold. Ron Hextall of the Philadelphia Flyers holds the record for the most penalty minutes by a goalie in one season, with 113 penalty minutes. The state of Minnesota produces more college hockey players than any other state. Minnesota also produces nearly 60 more NHL players than the next closest state, Massachusetts, and nearly 100 more than the third place state, Michigan. You can score a goal without the puck ever going in the net. If, during an empty net, a player of the side attacking the unattended goal is interfered with in the neutral or attacking zone by a player who shall not enter the game illegally, the referee shall immediately award a goal to the non-offending team. Pucks are frozen before a hockey game. Keeping them frozen reduces the bounciness of the puck on the ice. Thanks so much for watching our 50 Top Shelf Hockey Facts. Be sure and check out our next 50 coming up very soon, and we'll see you on the ice. Loud.